Podcast shit. Doing podcast shit. Podcast shit. We doing podcast shit. Don't even know how, know why. Why. Take a look at the oh my. Hit him with the. Hit him with the. Hit him with the. Hit him with the. Hit you with that. Hit you with that. Hit you with that. I'm dropping on that. Popping in that. Get over that. I'm dropping on that. I'm dropping on that. W. Shout out to the toxic gang community for everything. Hit her with that. Give her all that. I'm trying to come back. Dropping off that. Hit her with a little. Give that girl a little. Had to give her more of that. And dropping on some of that. Hit her with that. Give her all that. Talking to that. Doing all that. Hit her with a little. Get a girl a little. Talk about a little. Get a girl some more. Let me, before we even start. All right. What's up, chat? Welcome in. And you already know what today is. Sunday. Said I would be here. I'm only 15 minutes late. So, it is what it is, though. I'm here. You know, type beat, type she. And for the YouTube video intro. What to do, YouTube? What's goody? It's your favorite black boy, and I'm feeling extra goody. And if you do not know where you are and where in the hell you just tuned into, this is the Cozy Corner podcast, and I am your host with the most, Bambi, aka Bambi X Bambi, aka capital H capital I capital M. Bottom line, I'm just him. And yeah, I know we've been gone for a minute. We've been trying to figure some things out. Um, as far as recording the podcast wise, and things of that nature. Um, and honestly, just been the main reason why I've been gone so long is just you know, gone from doing the podcast is what I'm saying. Is that I had to refocus and kind of re-remind some of you all who even are my artist friends that I am an artist first. This is kind of something that just came out of excuse me, something that I felt like doing. Um, and that I wanted to do. Um, so yeah, this is just like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. This is not it's not even the shit on this man, but this is not a Joe Budden situation of like an artist turning into a media personality, um, or anything like that. And that's just the whole reason of why like I've stopped doing it for a minute because I feel like um not none of y'all here in the chat, but I just think a lot of people have forgotten um that I actually am an artist first. I just happen to have these other interests um, and things of that nature. Um, and this is the only place where I can be comfortable enough to talk about um, all of the things that I have interest in. Um, so yeah, that's just that on that of where we've been. Um, if you do enjoy the podcast and you do enjoy what we do, go ahead and subscribe to the Cozy Clubhouse TV channel on YouTube. Leave a like. Um, if you feel so impelled to or feel so led, drop a comment. Um, it would be much appreciated. And yeah, so go ahead and do that. Go ahead and do that. All right, without further ado, let's get into the things. All right. So first of all, as far as the sports talk is concerned, uh, the Baltimore and Jacksonville game just started. Um, you know, let's get into yesterday. Shout out to the Cincinnati Bengals and the Indiana Colts getting your W's. That game was yesterday, right? Or am I tripping? I believe so. Yeah, doing the thing. You know what I mean? My Saints got the dub. Uh, I mean, not too much to be excited about. It was against the Giants. You know, and we're still easily in the worst division in football. Um, and hopefully this was a humbling experience for you little Cowboy fans out there. Um, hey, my love. Um, you know what I mean? Hopefully this was a little humbling experience for all you little Cowboy fans out there. Um, I was doing all that talking after y'all beat the Eagles, and then in true cowboy fashion, y'all turn around next week and shit dead against the team that's actually good. So, not saying that the Eagles aren't actually good, but just like, you know what I mean? This is a team that's not even in y'all division and they dropped 31 points on y'all. So, you know, talk about it. Talk about it, cry about it. I could really care less. Um, you know what I mean? Honestly, you know what? I would not actually I would not disagree with that take. Um, because they did technically already clinch a playoff berth. So, you know what I mean? It's probably that point in the year for them where they probably will start coasting. Um, and then, in true Dallas fashion, they'll you know what I mean, they'll maybe get a first round win. Um, and then you know what I mean? And then do something dumb to like do something dumb like they always will do. Take themselves out to you know what I mean to give themselves an early exit. Um, yeah, it's just high key unfortunate that like you know what I mean like that's you know what I mean. Um, Not to spend too much time because I promise you to all of you Cowboy fans out there, I promise you I can give less than a damn about y'all team because it's the same story with y'all every year, and it has been the same story with y'all for many years now. Y'all have these great regular seasons, and when it comes to that point in time in the season where the football games actually matter, y'all have nothing to show for it. Um, and then when y'all do lose, y'all want to blame it on everything else. But the simple fact is that y'all don't show up when it matters. So you know what I mean. Until then, um, I really have to say nothing more to say other than that. Like, you know what I mean? Just like show up in the postseason when those football games matter. Um, like you know what I mean? We already know it's the same thing. Like with playoff basketball, the game slows down. Then um, every possession matters. Um, and y'all never play like it. So until then, that's just that on that. Moving over to the NBA tab. Uh, do I really want to talk about it? Boston got a W. The Houston game is in the third quarter, and they're losing. I mean, they're a pretty young team, so I don't have nothing to really say about them. Too bad. Like you know what I mean? They're a young team. They got a new coach. They're still pretty early in the NBA season, so they're still kind of trying to figure the things out there. Um, that Washington and Phoenix game just started, and Washington's winning right now, which is ironic, high key ironic. Um, Phoenix having Phoenix having like three of the top best players in the league that haven't even played together yet this season. I mean, it's really just interesting that they would let a team that's so bad as Washington um, have a lead up on them. So there's that. Uh, Boston comes out and gets that W against Orlando. Um, in that regard, I'm gonna just say as you should. That Orlando team is still pretty young. Uh, they got a lot of promise. I like Paolo. I like Franz Wagner. I like You know what I mean? I like a lot of those young guys on that squad. But they're a young team and they're figuring it out. So it's not. I'm not. I don't have too much to say on that as far as that's concerned. Uh, my Pelicans got a dub against the Spurs. Um, it it would be more to be excited about if it would be more to be excited about if the year wasn't trending the way it's trending for us. Um, as far as everything. And it's crazy that we're like 20 plus games into the regular season and our best player still looks like he's just now getting into shape. Um, yeah, that's just that on that. I've had far too much to say about this man. Um, first of all, he had the most controversial offseason that, like, you know what I mean, that any NBA player has had. Um, well, except for Kevin Porter Jr. But he easily had the most busiest offseason, and I use that term very loosely. He had the busiest offseason, social media wise, um, uh, more than any player in team history. And you know what I mean. At the start of the season, it was all of these people, and when the Pelicans media that was talking about like, oh, he looks like he looks like the Zion that came in his rookie season and this, that, and the other, and I still haven't seen it. So, you know, there's that on that as far as that is concerned. With that, so it's just that thing for me where it's just like I'm personally done talking about this man. Um, until he figures out if he actually wants to play basketball or not. Because right now it seems like he would rather do everything else but. Um, so yeah, I know it's just ironic from coming from somebody like me because I'm pretty sure we'll circle back to that. We'll circle back to that later in the pod. Um, and Golden State plays Portland later. Um, let me just be honest with you, chat. I'm not excited about that game. I'm not excited about um anything going on with Golden State Warriors basketball right now. Um, I know as a Californian, that's probably like the most blasphemous thing that I could ever say. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna just be honest. Right now, they don't look good um, as a squad. Um, the team looks completely gutted. Um, Draymond, I mean, we talked about it earlier this week, chat. Draymond Green is playing basketball like he doesn't want to be there. um, Clay's has still had the worst start to a season, I think, probably ever. And yeah, and all of the younger guys just look bad. Wiggins looks terrible. Um, Moses Moody's not doing anything. Jonathan Kuminga looks god awful. Um, yeah, I'm not excited about that Golden State Warriors team. Um, and I really don't have no hopes for them, to be honest with you. I'm gonna just keep that a whole stack. All right, on to the college hoops. Actually, let me just hit this tab. So I did watch the highlights from this USC Auburn game. Uh, how do I say this without possibly getting canceled? Not that I care about that because cancel culture isn't real, but how do I say this without having to have this conversation with a bunch of people who don't really watch basketball for real? Um, okay, I'm gonna just say this like this. Um, I don't understand the hype behind Bronny James. I'll just come out and say it like that. Um, you know what I mean? First of all, let me just start off with saying that I'm glad that he's healthy. Um, I'm glad that he's healthy enough to play. I'm glad that he's out there playing finally. Um, and he looked excellent in his debut. Um, but since then, he has just looked like another kid playing college ball um, out there. It's not doing anything really like transcendent. He's not doing anything out of the ordinary. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like it's not it's really just because of the fact of whose son he is. Um and I get that and I knew that. I knew that coming into everything. Um I knew that when he signed to USC that was going to be the whole thing um behind everything. Um Honestly, and I would just say this right now, honestly, I've been way more impressed with watching what Juju Watkins and the USC women are doing. Um more than I am with what Bronny and them are doing. Like, you know what I mean? Um, and the crazy thing about it is, let's like really talk about it for real. Bronny James isn't even the best freshman on the like, you know what I mean? It's not even the best freshman on the team. So, um, I know a lot of y'all gonna be like, oh, a lot of you know what I mean? You Bronny James stands are gonna be like, oh well, it's because he didn't get to play the whole like he didn't get to play the start of the year because of the health concerns and it's like, yeah, cool, I get that and I hear you. But I think if he really would have had like the same start as everybody else, I think we still would be having the same conversation that we're having now. Um, to be honest. At least for me, I know we would be. Um, because I don't see anything different in his game from any of the other kids. Like, you know what I mean? From any of the other kids. Um, like you know what I mean? Like he's not really like standing out like that um, amongst his peers, and that's just is what it is. Um, as far as I'm concerned with that on that, and that's just me being so for real. As far as that's concerned, and you know what I mean, and that loss to Auburn really like proves it. Um, like you know what I mean, like, and that's kind of just one of like my biggest beefs with like Southern California colleges. That like you know what I mean, like you get these like high profile kids to come to your school, um, They're walking around like they're God's gift to basketball, and they're not doing anything. Uh, they're not doing anything worthy of the praise. For like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? They're not doing anything worthy of the hype that they're getting. Um, and this is just like, you know what I mean? This is just like outside of the fact that, like, you know what I mean? Bronny is who he is, and who his daddy is, and things of that nature. But it's just like, um, you know what I mean? Like, this kid was the most highly covered kid since he was in junior high. Um, and now he's finally at that level of where he's about to was supposed to be getting ready to take those next steps, um, to coming into the league, and I just don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see. Um, I don't see what the media pundits have been drooling all over. I don't see what the scouts have been drooling and slobbing about for years on end. Um, I don't see it. I don't see any of it. Um, I'm not impressed. And I said what I said. I'm just not impressed. Not impressed at all. Transitioning over to the women's side of things. Um, I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. I'm just speaking my mind on that. I'm not impressed. Um, and I'm not saying he has to do like some like unbelievable, like unachievable ass feat. Um, but he damn sure has to do a lot better than what I've been shown so far. This is all I'm saying. But what do I know? I'm just the guy. I'm just the guy who streams music and talks about anime and music on Twitch. So you know, you know what I mean. I'm just the guy who makes music and streams on Twitch and Kick. So what do I know? Type shit. All right. On the women's college hoop side of thing. First of all, let me say that I'm excited that Angel Reese took her suspension seriously, and I'm glad that she's back, and I'm glad that she has those LSU girls looking um looking like something. They don't look like the same exact team from last year. Um, Obviously not, because you know what I mean. Like, you were the defending champs coming in, so the target was definitely on your back, coming into things. Um, and early in the season, like, let's just talk about it. Like, cat being out of the bag early in the season, like, y'all was still kind of like riding the hype a little bit, and kind of forgot that you had to get back to business. Um, until folks started showing up and busting that ass, and then you remember that, oh, well, we kind of still got to play again. Um, which is fine. I get it, because it's been a long time since you know what I mean, since LSU has like had like a successful programs like that, had a successful sports program like that. Especially on the women's side of thing, it's been a really, really long time. Um, but yeah, that shit. Yeah, I'm just glad. I'm just glad. You know what I mean. Angel Reese, whenever you do see this, just know, as a fan of you as an individual and what it is that you do, um, and you go into school in one of my favorite cities in the entire world, um, I just want to see you shine, baby doll. That's all it is. Um, just want to see you be the best you that you could possibly be. Um, and I don't think it's possible for you to not be the best you if you're not out there on the court. Um, because whether or not you like it or not, you are the top. Like, you know what I mean. You're the top girl on that. Like, you know what I mean. You are the top girl on that squad. Um, so the rest of them young ladies are looking to you um, for your leadership and your wisdom and, like, you know what I mean, and what, like, you know what I mean, what you provide as a player on that court. So, you know, uh, I'm just glad you got back in them books and got refocused. Super glad that suspension didn't it did more helping than it did hurting you. Um, and let's hope that you don't have to go through nothing like this again. Yeah, for sure. Um, and one thing that I will say, chat, for real, um, and I think I've been saying this like all year long. I don't think enough people are talking about those Notre Dame girls though. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we see their score right here, the 76-39. That don't really tell everything for real. That really doesn't tell everything for real. I'll just be honest with you. Um, the way those girls play basketball is kind of scary. Um, Defensively, they move like a unit. Um, Offensively, literally, and everybody could give you 30 at any given night. Um, yeah, like, you know what I mean. Like, those girls are just built different. Um, I know the biggest thing and the biggest hype for everybody is the whole uh, Caitlin Clark thing. Like, you know what I mean. Like, Caitlin Clark is like the really, like, the super duper uber big deal right now and things of that nature. But mm-mm, it's them girls from Notre Dame for me. Um, of course, obviously after those girls in Baton Rouge, because, you know, hardly home but always repping type shit. Um, but yeah, so yeah, there's that. There's that. That's my thought process on that. Um, as far as that is concerned, um, with that whole thought process. Let's see who else. Oops. Um, I mean, that Gonzaga win wasn't nothing crazy. They played San Diego State. That's not saying a lot. Um, yeah, I think we talked about everything there. Yeah, a couple of them bowl games happened already, huh? Mm, I mean, nothing to write home about. Nothing to write home about for real. Um, Nothing to really write home about. Um, on that end, I'm kind of just waiting for the playoffs, the college football playoffs for real. Um, because the rest of this stuff is, you know, UCLA beating Boise State. They should have. Uh, Texas Tech beating Cal. They were supposed to. Um, Fresno State beating New Mexico State. They were supposed to. Appalachian State beating Miami of Ohio. They were supposed to. Um, FAMU beating Howard. That was supposed to happen. Ohio beating Georgia Southern. Again, that was supposed to happen. Um, the only one that kind of like really shocked me for real, like, is this like game with UNRO. Um, and not just because that's the home state or whatever, but like, um, that joint went to overtime, and both of those teams were like, there's a clear like talent difference between the programs, but like that game was close for a minute, um, and it really shouldn't have been. Um, so yeah, there is that. Um, yeah, there's that. My Duke boys play Troy. Eh, again, not nothing to write home about. Not excited. Not excited about it. I'm really more so looking at them ones, you know, that shit right there. That's more so what I'm looking forward to. Those ones. I want to see how LSU stacks up against that Wisconsin defense. Um, you know what I mean? I want to see if Liberty is like worth the undefeated hype. Um, Oregon's a really good ball club, so like anything could happen there. Um, Iowa and Tennessee could go really either way for real. Um, Texas and Washington is also a toss up. Uh, the one I will say though, that Michigan and Alabama game, I know a lot of Alabama fans are gonna be like, "Oh, it's a toss up. It could it could go either way. It could go either way." Nah, if those Michigan boys come in, um, locked in, focused, and on business like they kind of have been all season long, Alabama's in trouble from start to finish. I'm telling you this right now. Um, does Alabama have the more stout defense? Yes. Does Alabama have the better athletes on offense? Absolutely. But um, the thing with Michigan is that Michigan has been a team for the past, what is it, 2023? So for the past like what, 3-4 years, um, has been a team that's been playing like a unit. Um, like, you know what I mean, from start to finish, for like, you know what I mean, for the past 3 seasons. Like, you know what I mean, from like, you know what I mean, from week one to, like, you know what I mean, to the Big Ten championship, to, like, you know what I mean, to getting here to this point. Like, you know what I mean, they have been, um, on business and on timing, from Jump Street. So it's just a different conversation um, when it comes to that Michigan ball club. We already know what Alabama can do. You know what I mean? We already know about Alabama. Like, you know what I mean? You guys get the best of the best. Um, Basically every year. Um, and if not every year, every other year. Like, you know what I mean? Like y'all are getting the best of the best time in and time out. And it's finally just like high time that, like, you know what I mean, that now that no longer matters. Um because it's like, you know what I mean? Because it's no longer about like, you know what I mean? Because it's no longer about the best of the best. Like, you know what I mean? It's no longer about just like getting the best kids from the best schools, um, and things of that nature. It's about getting the kids from, like, you know what I mean? It's about getting these kids from these programs that's actually gonna help make your program better. Um, Kids that are gonna buy in. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. Um, and I think that that's gonna be that game right there is definitely gonna be like the biggest like diff as far as like talent and things and stuff is concerned. Um, yeah. So yeah, that's that on that. Yeah, that's that. That's that on the sports talk for real, for real. Um, Now to get into the meat and potatoes of things. Um, First of all, like, you know what I mean. Before I even start with this comment, shout out to all of some bros, all of um, all of the creators and um, people from these community, like, you know, people from the Twitch communities that did go to Berlin's ball in LA. Um, like, you know what I mean. A lot of y'all creators from far and wide descended on Cali. Um, for a for what I was told, for what was supposedly was the event of the, like, you know what I mean, was the event of the year according to according to like a lot of members in the WL community, that went, that witnessed it on that, you know what I mean, that tuned into the stream on Twitch, um, and things of that nature. And it was the way, chat, like I was gonna send y'all to go watch the ball. Um, but it's that thing of where, how do I say this? It's the way where I knew I was going to talk about it here today on the pod. So like I kind of, you know, um, it was that thing of where I don't think me giving him a giving and maybe I should stop thinking like this, but I personally, for me, I don't think me giving Berlin a raid on arguably what was one of his biggest nights of the year, um would have really, I don't want to say it wouldn't have meant anything, but like, you know what I mean? But like it meant more that we went to go see Jess. You know what I mean? Um um so that says more so the thought process. Um You know what I mean? When I do share the love, um, it's kind of wanted to mean some uh, type shit. Um, in that regard. Um, but yeah, everything looks like it panned out great. Um, everything looks like it panned out great. Everybody looked amazing. Um, from Berlin into all of the members of Some Bros to um, damn near everybody was there. Um, my favorite streamer, Cup of Noodle, and her hubby Porter was there. Um, so that was really cool. Um, and that's a really big deal because, as y'all know, a lot like me, like Cup don't go out like that, um, unless it's for work or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Um, so yeah, so that was a really big deal. Um, you know, Cleo and Cleo were there. Cleo Thomas and you know what I mean, the Queen herself, Cleopatra Jones, was there. Um, yeah, yeah, it was good to see everybody uh, that stepped out for that. Y'all was dressed to the nines. Y'all looked amazing. Y'all looked good. Um, you know what I mean? Dante's suit looked fire. Um, PG suit looked amazing. I already said Berlin suit looked dope. Um, you know what I mean? Even Rico went out there and put that shit on. So that was good. That was a good look. That was a good look. You know what I mean? The Twitch ladies obviously ate that down and shut shit down as always. Um, allegedly, Mari had a wardrobe malfunction. I didn't see it. I didn't see it from any of the highlights that I had seen. Um, so I don't know for real. You know what I mean? Um, but if it did happen, I mean, I hope she handled it with style and class and grace. Um, and hopefully we learned from the experience and we figure out what to do next time so that shit don't happen. Um, and that's just all I have to say on that. Um, and I know, of course, like me, like giving that advice sounds like I'm somebody uncle or whatever, but like that's just my thought process on it. Um, shit happens. Um, but that's what these internet niggas are gonna do is they gonna dwell on shit. Um, I personally would suggest not dwelling on it because that's it's not gonna do nothing for you. Um, but shit happens. You move on, you learn from it. Um, you figure out what to do better. Um, the next go around, and with that thing of where it's just like, I mean, this is also the internet, and like also like a lot of our communities, that are like, you know what I mean. A lot of our like Twitch communities that are connected to the WL community. Um, I'll just be saying we got us a little bit of horn dogs in a couple of our community chats. Um, so I think that's why it's supposed. So I think that's Um, more than possibly why it's kind of like a big ass deal, kind of like running around on the WL Twitter right now. Um, um, yeah, or whatever. Outside of that, you know what I mean. Amari, Danielle, Krista, Jazzy Guns, everybody looked amazing. You know what I mean. Dwayne's suit was fire. Um, Barefoot Tasha looked great. You know what I mean. Um, everybody looked really really good. I was thoroughly impressed. Um, I was thoroughly impressed. Um, and that's one thing about me, chat. I know y'all can't tell from the way that I dress on streams and things of that nature, but I really am like a big like suit and tie guy. Um, I don't get invited to a lot of those events. Would love to be, um, but like I don't get invited to a lot of those things, mostly because of the fact that like I don't reach out to be invited. One, and I know that that's like that's a me thing. Um, because like asking for an invite is weird um to me. Um, not that it's weird. Let me rephrase that, chat. It's not that it's weird. Um, more so of what it is that it's that thing of where is that I want um and that's just again, this is just a me thing. This has nothing to do with anybody. I just want it to make us. I just want me being invited to like make sense for everybody involved. Like, you know what I mean? Like something has to be going on. Um, or like, you know what I mean? Like something has to be going on. Something has to be in motion on my end or already going on or like, you know what I mean? Like there has to be some kind of like um and maybe that's the reason that I don't get invited to stuff, right? Um D25, welcome in, little bro. Oh my gosh. That just made my whole night. Oh my gosh, that just made my whole night. This boy came in on his whole anime. Came in on a whole anime moment. Not you, Kamehameha, and in the chat. All right, if you make a mess, nigga, you got to clean it up. Oh my goodness. I'll be messing up my clubhouse, nigga. All I'm gonna say. Right? At least he knows. I wasn't gonna acknowledge the fact that he said that, but as long as he knows, he's all good. What was I saying? Oh, yes. Goddamn uh about me not being invited to stuff, right? Um, or about like me being invited to stuff having to make sense. Um, I think that's just the CEO mindset. Um, okay, good. Love you, little bro. Um, yeah, that's just the mindset for me though, right? Um, and I think that's just the like the CEO, like you know what I mean, the CEO and like the executive in me. Um, like you know what I mean, like yeah, that's the executive in me that just like, oh well, like something has to be going on business wise, like in order like for it to make sense, because like, and I'll be honest with you, chat, like I should probably stop doing that, but like that's just like where my head goes, or where it's just like no, like I have to have like something going on that would justify me like stepping out to this event. Um, you know what I mean? Like I have to have something going on, like you know what I mean, that would justify me stepping out to this event. Um, but at the same time, in that sense of where it's just like that's the whole reason of why. Um, Now, kind of looking back at my year, um, not saying that we had a bad year at all, chat. Let me just sit here and say this right now. We had probably the best first year um, that I think anybody could possibly have had on Twitch. Um, was it as consistent as I would have liked it to be? Absolutely not. Um, but you know, life happened. Things were going on personally, like you know what I mean. We did go on tour for like a good two, like you know what I mean, for a good 2 months. Um, so that happened. Um, I was dealing with inner family drama. I mean, and I know, and that's the whole reason of why I love y'all, and I know that like y'all wouldn't hold that against me. Um, but it's that thing of where like for me, like I have to break it down and like look at that and like you know what I mean. Like I look at the year um, that we had content wise, and it's just like okay, well, we didn't have did we have like this amazing like astronomical like first year that I thought we were supposed to have on Twitch? Fuck no. But on the other side of things, like content wise, as far as like the cozy clubhouse and like you know what I mean, as far as like cozy clubhouse TV and the Showstopper TV series, um, the numbers on that went up. It's not all about numbers, but you know what I mean. Like stuff on that went up. The opportunities that we got from that, like you know what I mean, like we got the tour opportunity that we got this year because of that. Um, Absolutely. Absolutely, 100%. That's exactly what that means. That just means year 2 will be bigger and better. Um, and that's the reason of why the Cozy Clubhouse I say this all the time, um, to people in conversation, like, I legit do have the best community, um, probably in the game. Um, exactly what I'm saying. D25 said retweet. I fuss with that. Um, but yeah, but that's the whole reason of why, like I say that, of why I have the best community in the game, because it's that thing of where it's just like, um, nah, um, we probably aren't like super active on our social medias and things like that. Um, and you know what I mean? Like we are running around in a lot of other people's Discord servers, being chaotic, being funny, being goofy. Um, you know what I mean? Dropping goofy little anime gifs in other people's Discord chats and then dipping off. Um, but the fact of the matter is that the cozy clubhouse just sticks to like you know what I mean, sticks together, and we're so close like a family. Um, and it was not intended to be that way, and that was not the goal. Like going into it, the goal going into it was just to make a place where you know what I mean, where y'all could be comfortable to be yourselves. Um, However that looked like, you know what I mean? Um, like, you know what I mean? That could be a place to where like y'all could be yourselves, a top shop where like y'all keep updated on what videos drop. Um, when the videos do drop on the channel, um, you know what I mean? Keep you guys engaged and keep you guys excited when you know what I mean, snippets for the project come out, and things of that nature. Um, yeah, and so that was the whole like purpose behind the cozy clubhouse Discord server, right? Um, The whole point of the cozy words. The whole point of the cozy clubhouse brand in general is just embracing being comfortable um, with who I am as an artist and as a creative and as an individual, um, and just pushing that to the forefront for y'all. Like, you know what I mean? Um, because, like, you know what I mean? As drippy as I may keep it, fashion wise and things of that nature, at the end of the day, I am still a huge ass nerd. Um, you know what I mean? I love me some anime. I love me some video games. Um, I love being in these Twitch, like, you know what I mean? I love being in these Twitch chats, um, and on these other streamer streams, watching them play games, and you know what I mean? Like my favorite streamer, like I keep bringing her up because she really is my favorite streamer. Like, yeah, she's in my top three. Um, you know what I mean? And Cup of Noodle, like I'll watch her do her playthroughs, and I will watch her get it wrong for well over 2 hours. Um, but it's just because of the fact that like I thoroughly like, you know, but it's just because of the fact that I thoroughly like just enjoy her as a person. Um, and I enjoy like her being comfortable enough of being an individual. Um, and so that's just where like the cozy clubhouse brand comes from, right? Um, and that's the whole thing of like what you're gonna see, like, you know, moving forward. Like once cozy clubhouse records start signing other artists, like, you know what I mean, you're just gonna see a bunch of like other artists, like, you know what I mean, that are signed to me, um so comfortable just in comfortable in themselves. um yeah, yeah, that's the thing. That's just the thing that with the whole brand, right? And so yeah, just definitely next year you're gonna see me reaching out, doing a lot more, doing more of the things, um just trying to do better. Like, you know what I mean? Just trying to do better as a content creator. Um Again, not because of the fact that like I did bad. It's just the thing of where it just like um it's always about improvement with me. Um yeah, that's just the thing. Yeah, so that's just that on that. Um yeah, absolutely. This year was definitely, it was definitely a data run. Um yeah, absolutely. This year was definitely a data run for real, for real. Um because a lot of this year was a lot was I will be honest, was a lot of this year was figuring out the balance between making the music, shooting the content, um, and like still doing this, like, you know what I mean, still being able to find time to make the streams happen, um, and just making sure that like my shit didn't look like anybody else's on Twitch, um, which was the whole goal and the whole point and the whole purpose, right? Like that was everything. That was everything on everything with that for real. Um, and yeah, that was, so that was that as far as like everything, but like, you know what I mean. Um, that's always the thought process though with me. Like you know what I mean. Looking at this year, looking at all of the data that was collected, and just being like, all right, yeah, well, now we improve on that. Um, and like I said, and like we talked about, yes, not yesterday, Friday. Like you know what I mean. Like the gaming content will be coming, so like you know what I mean. That definitely is gonna bring in and draw more eyes and do more things in that regard. Yeah, it's gonna do more things in that regard, but definitely, we are, you know what I mean. It's that thing where, like I always say, like literally the only thing that can happen is that it can only go up from here. Um, we yapping about a whole lot, gang. Just talking about, the whole lot of everything. Um, so yeah, so you know what I mean. So next year, if you see me popping out at something like a Dream Con, or like you see me performing at like you see me performing at like a Twitch Con or something next year, um, don't be shocked. Don't be surprised. Um, I mean, I know nobody in the cozy clubhouse will be surprised, but like that's exactly what it is that we, like, you know what I mean. Y'all know the work that's put in, um, as far as that, and now I think it's just that point of where now I'm to the point of where like I'm extremely comfortable in, like, you know what I mean. I'm extremely comfortable enough to like reach out and be like, hey, like, you know what I mean. Like this is me. This is what I do. This is my Kick channel. This is my Twitch channel. This is what, like, you know what I mean. This is what a Tuesday stream looks like. This is what a Friday stream looks like. This is what a, you know what I mean. And this is exactly why I love my community. Like, you know what I mean. Yeah, the people that don't know and like haven't been tuned in and are kind of like just now figuring everything out. Um, will be surprised, but everybody else, like, you know what I mean. Everybody else in the cozy clubhouse will, like, you know what I mean. Like nothing will be of a surprise to y'all because y'all know the work that is put in. Um, and y'all know the grind never stops, it never ceases. Um, and like you know what I mean. Um, yeah, all of those things, right? Um, y'all, y'all already know. Like as far as like the whole like grind and everything, y'all be the ones that have to remind me to slow down and take care of myself and like, um, y'all the ones be on my neck about making sure that I eat and that I get the proper rest and things of that nature. Which is like really really dope because like I've never had like a community of people like look out for me like that for real. I'll just keep that 100. I'll just keep that completely like 100. Uh, um, yeah, like see already. um, and yeah, so yeah, just that, just bigger and better things. Definitely a better year. Um, and so if this time next year we're talking about, you know what I mean. So this time next year we'll probably be talking about like my experience at the ball. Um, as opposed to like me like having this feeling of like, you know what I mean, like wishing that I was just like, you know, wishing that like I just like even got an invite to it. Um, because you know what I mean, we have our goals definitely. And DreamCon is definitely something that like we definitely need to pop out to next year. Um, Already in the process of reaching out to some people at the Twitch staff about you know what I mean, performing, possibly getting a performance spot um, for TwitchCon. Um, and then yeah, just reaching out to all of these other like convention people because like you know what I mean. At the end of the day, like y'all are my community, y'all are my demographic, y'all are the people that are streaming the music and the music that is resonant and the music is resonating with y'all the most. Um, so yeah, you know that's the vibe, that's the energy, um, that's the move next. Like you know what I mean for next year. As far as like, you know what I mean, as far as that. Um, all that being said, we gotta get into um we gotta get into it because I hinted at it. What I think yeah I said something a little bit about it on during Tuesday's stream and towards the end of the stream where I said I had a little bit of like a little personal beef. Uh, um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, about me having like a little bit of a personal beef with some folks locally here in the city as far as my support as far as the support for me and things of that nature. Um, yeah, and I've had a lot to say to like my music to my musician friends in private about these conversations. Like you know what I mean, we've had a lot of conversations about this in private. Um, on my thought process about the support here in the city. Um, and this is not like me like coming off bitter or anything. Like this is me just like venting at this point, chat. Um, no, we don't need you fighting anybody just yet. Um, but it's just that biggest thing for me where the beef is 100%, 100%, which is actually leading into my point. Thank you for that, D25. Like that's actually like super like leading into the point. Um, so a lot of this year, I've been um, I can share this with y'all because I trust y'all chat. Um, and those of you that watch on YouTube, I trust y'all. So a lot of this year, I've been struggling mentally and emotionally with whether or not like I do fit into like the grand scheme of the music scene here in the city, um, and things of that nature. Um, and for a good amount of the year, a lot of it was it was messing with my it was messing with my like you know what I mean. It was actually giving me like legit like severe like depression and anxiety. Um, um, And it was that whole point of where, like, you know what I mean, like it got to a good point where, like, again, a lot of the cozy clubhouses was like reaching out to me and cussing me out, talking about some, why haven't you eaten in, like, I don't even remember what I said, but I hadn't eaten in like X amount of days, um because that's how depressed I was. Like, I didn't want to do anything, um because it kind of like got to that point of where it just like the whole thought process was like, I mean, like, I could do it, but like, does it matter? Like, does it mean anything? Like, you know what I mean? Like, will anybody give a fuck? Like, obviously, like, like the answer to that is duh, because, like, you know what I mean? Like, y'all are here. So, like, you know what I mean? So obviously the answer to that is duh. But that being said, like, at the time, like at the point in time going through it, um, that was like a lot of the thought process. And like it was that thing where it was just like, I wasn't eating. I didn't have a very I had a god awful, like, I had a god awful sleep schedule. Um, yeah, my sleep schedule was horrendous. I couldn't write anything. Um, I didn't want to get dressed. I didn't want to get dressed for like a couple of weeks. Um, yeah, I couldn't do anything creatively. Um, I just downright felt like shit. And and a lot of that, and you're absolutely right, D25. But like but yeah, um a lot of that a lot of that, like, when I was going through that, was a lot of just like me doing the one thing that, me as an artist, like, you know what I mean, like me when I first started out as an artist, me doing the one thing that I knew, once I started doing it, that was gonna, like, you know what I mean, was gonna lead to something like this happening. I'm looking around the internet. I'm like, you know what I mean. I'm looking around the internet and I'm looking at what all of my peers are doing here in the city, um, and things of that nature. And it's just like, damn, like, all of these niggas are doing this, and like nobody is banging my line for anything. Um, it's like nobody's banging my line for anything. Like, that's crazy. Like, and so it was that whole thing where it's just like, and it's like, so, like, you know what I mean. Like, going through the things is like, okay, like, I know I'm talented. Um, I know nobody else sounds like me. I know nobody else does what I can do. Like, you know what I mean? I know nobody can, um, you know what I mean? I know nobody can, you know what I mean? I know nobody can, yeah, I know nobody can, and that was the thing that I had to learn, because that was that thing where, like, at that point in time, like, I was just struggling because of the fact that I was sitting here, like, literally actively saying that, like, you know what I mean, saying and doing the things that I said that I would never do early, um, because I knew that's what was going to lead to the success. Um, is like, I'm sitting here actively comparing myself to my friends, um, like, you know what I mean, sitting here like actively comparing myself to my peers. And, like, you know what I mean? And that's, like, you know what I mean? And the very second I started doing that, like, that's when the depression is setting in. My anxiety is at an all-time high during these, like, that was at least a good month that was going on. Um, and I'm sitting there just like trying to hold it in, hold it in, hold it in, hold it in. It's not working. Um, I don't even have like enough energy to stream because of the fact that, like, I'm sitting here trying to um hold back from having a breakdown. Um, and then that's not even working because, like, I'm sitting there throwing like subtle tantrums in my Instagram stories and things of that nature. Um, or like stuff is getting to a point of where, like, like, you know what I mean, it's getting to a boiling point, and then like Yeah, it was a whole thing. It was a whole thing. And so then like once I eventually calmed down and assessed what was happening with the situation, is just like, oh, like I get it and I got it. Like it's like, yeah, this, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, the city's not gonna understand um about all it is that you have going on because of the fact that you're not doing enough of the work to, talking to myself at this point, it's like you're not doing enough of the work to tap into the people that will actually like invest in what it is that you have going on. Um so from that comes the Hell's Highway demo, right? Um you know what I mean? Yeah. So from that, so from those experience comes the Hell's Highway demo. Um and that's why y'all get that. And that's why y'all get that little project. Um and that's why that project sounds like that. Um you know what I mean? Just actively going through stuff and like going, like, you know what I mean? Just actively just like writing, having to write out that process of that, like that I went through with that. Um and especially like with the last, and especially like with the last record on that, with the last record on that album, you know, or with, yeah, with the last record on that project being called Get the Ghost Ready, and then like in the second verse, I start the second verse off talking about the, like, you know what I mean, which was something that was actively happening um in a lot of circles or whatever. Like people were like, I swear this dude Bambi like keeps talking about the village and he's not even the best member in the village. Like he's not even like the best da, 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 da. Like, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't even make the best songs out of everybody in the village. He doesn't even have a band like da, 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 like, you know what I mean? All of these things. All of these things that like people were like actively saying. Um and so that's why like that verse starts off like that. So why that second verse starts off like that, of where I say, swear he keep talking about the village when he ain't the best part of the village. Let me drop a little game. True spillage. I'm the one who gave like, you know, I'm the one who gave the name to the village, which is actually a fact. Um, no, I don't need you talking to them because no, 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 no. We'll let you wait some months. I'll wait some months to introduce you to the people that said it. And the crazy thing is that they don't know that I know that they said it. Um, because the way that I do my verses, I don't like, I don't drop names. Um, just because that's tacky to me. Um, I don't do no, I don't do the Drake thing where, like, you know what I mean, where I like, I don't name drop people, like, you know what I mean, and be like, you know, the thing that Drake does when he does his little venting raps or whatever, um, and shit like that. But that's a fact. That's why I don't do it. Um, not because like that's like the biggest thing that I'm scared of, but it's just like that thing of where it's just like when you say somebody's name on wax, like you, oh yeah, it's definitely, that's definitely the energy now. But like at the time, it's like, as far as just like, all right, this is how I'm gonna go about it, and this is how I'm gonna address it. Because at that point in time of where it's just like the people that were like saying these things, I don't even think know that that's the case. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was the person who, because I'm not that kind of guy that like does this. You know what I mean? Like I'm not the guy that goes out being like, I was the one who first started saying the village first, and then everybody else just ran with it. Like as true as that may be, that's not my type of energy. But that's exactly what the fuck happened. I was just the one who just started calling our little open mic group, our little friends that were, like, you know what I mean? Our little group of friends, for those who were around when I used to go to those open mics every Wednesday, like, you know what I mean? Our little group, like, you know what I mean? Like that's how that collective came about, because I just started naming them like I just said, like, on behalf of myself and the rest of the entire village, we thank you for coming out to open mic night and blah 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 blah. Um, and like, you know what I mean, the whole spiel, right? And so like it was just that thing where it's just like, oh, like, you know, the village, the village, the village, the village, the village, and then it became a thing, and then it just stuck, and then we all just ran with it. But that doesn't happen if I don't say, like, if I don't say anything and if I don't give it a name. Like, you know what I mean? Because I, like, you know what I mean? If I don't give it a name, then it's just a group of niggas making music, just like everybody else. But you know, that's that thing for, like, you know what I mean? That's that thing with me and for me, right? Um, so like, you know what I mean? It's all of those things of where it's just like bet. So now the goal is like bet. So like now we attack, um, not attack, but we address and embolden the fact that we are a part of, like, you know, that we are active members of the anime community. Um, you know what I mean? We address that we are a part of like, the active gaming community. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, not only am I an artist, but like, you know what I mean? We also, like, you know what I mean? We're also like an active part of the online gaming community. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we stream on Twitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these are things that we do. Um, and it's not only these things that we do, but like, you know what I mean? Like, now the Cozy Clubhouse is also like a record. Like, you know what I mean? It's also a record label, as well as like, you know what I mean? As well as a YouTube channel, as well as a, like, you know what I mean? As well as a Discord community, as well as a Twitch community. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's going from taking something that was just something that I said and that I called it again and turning that shit into a brand, doing what I do best, just like turning these things that like I just turning these things that I call these things and just turning around and turning these things into brands. Like, you know what I mean? And so that in 20, 30, like 50 years from now, um, it's legit gonna be things that like I can leave behind. So like all of them people that's like gonna have all of that to say, um, about the, oh, he's not the best member of the village, he's not, you know what I mean? He's not even that good. He's not that. He's not this. He's not that. It's that thing of where like they're gonna have things to look back on, uh 50, 60, 70, 80 years from now, and it's just gonna be like, yeah, remember when you were saying all that? All of this shit is documented, from the Showstopper TV series to, you know what I mean, here on the Cozy Corner podcast, to the Twitch streams, to the Kick streams, to all of that shit, right? Like, that shit is gonna be documented forever. Like, you know what I mean? And it's that thing of where it's that whole thing, right? Of where like I wasn't even like I didn't even sit here and start claiming that title until somebody in, uh whose chat was that? Whose chat was I in? And I didn't even know this, and I didn't know this person at all. Um, I think I was in PG. I was in PG stream. Yeah, I was in PG stream, and I had never like chatted with this person before. I just popped in that one time for the one time. Shout out to Physical Gamers, by the way. Um, but yeah, I popped in that Twitch stream one time, and I was just like, "What's good, Toxic Gang?" Like, you know what I mean? What's good, Toxic Gang? Your boy Bambi in the building. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? Doing the things. Um, and then this dude was like, and then this person, let me not assume that they were a dude, but this person was like, oh snap, that's Bambi, like the Bambi X Bambi, like started naming, like, bro was like naming songs and stuff, like, bro, like, bro was naming songs that isn't on the internet anymore, chat. So bro had obviously been like, you know what I mean? So this person has obviously been listening for a minute. Um, and I was like, hey, yeah, nice to meet you. Like, you know what I mean? Appreciate all the love on the music side of things and blah blah blah. Um, and then this person was like, I'm not gonna lie, bro. As far as I'm concerned, and like And it, like, you know what I mean? And if anybody else says it, you can tell them that I said it first. But you're the best, like, you know what I mean? You're one of the best artists in the WL community, and that's on period. And I was just like at the time, like I felt like weird about it because I was just like, I was like, I was like the best. That's crazy. Um, but then I started like to think more and more about it, and I was just like, you know what? That's actually like real love that you even like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like you know what I mean. Like that was like just real enough that you was even real enough to like recognize that, like you know what I mean. That you was even real enough to say that, and somebody else is like, first of all, we are actively sitting here watching PG do something wrong for like the 37th time. I think this I don't remember what game he was playing, but he was getting it wrong. He was actively getting it wrong for at least a good 30 minutes. Um, but yeah, we sitting here, we're like having this conversation. Um, and I'm saying what's up to the to other people in chat as well. Um, like, you know what I mean? Like my dog Yazzie Colada was in there. Like, you know what I mean? I'm saying what up to her. I'm like, you know what I mean? Hoping she good. You know, making sure that she's good. Uh, you know what I mean? My homegirl Catalina, like you know what I mean, checking on her, being like, "Hey, Cat, hope you're good." Da, 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 da. You know, just checking on other people, like you know, actively having other conversations like with other people in chat, as well as talking to this one person, and then like yeah, and then this person just actively just jumps out and just like, yo, I would just say it, like, because at first they said like I think you're the best rapper in the WL. And I was like, that's kind of cool, but I do more than just rap. And then they was like, well, that's true. Actually, you're the best artist in the WL community. And it's just like, and at that point in time, I was just like, at initially, like when I heard the comment, I was just like, that's crazy. That's insane. I don't know what to like, you know what I mean? I don't really know what to say about that for real. Um, but thank you, appreciate it. Um, and then just kind of like left it at that. Um, but I will be honest, like that and the love that I actively get from all of y'all in the cozy clubhouse, that is what put the battery back in my back, and that's what like really did, um, for real, pull me out of that funk. Oh, there you go with that word. Oh my god, we're having a serious moment. Oh. What was I saying? Oh my god. Um. Oh yes. Um. But yeah, that comment and the love from y'all really did. Um. Oh, razzle dazzle. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that comment and the love from y'all really did like pull me out of that funk. And really did just put me back in that mode of where um it's that thing of where yeah, a lot of people in the city might pop out and might you know what I mean? There's a lot of artists in the city that are um you know what I mean, out and about more than me. Um cool, I'll give you that. There are a lot of artists in the city that are um by the city standards more popular than me. Um but it's really funny because I sit there and I look at like you know what I mean, I look at the streams for my music, and um well, all of those other people are doing like great things locally here in the city. Um, and this is not me to shit on anybody at all because I promise that's not my goal. But you know what I mean? I look at my streams every time I drop and I realize that we're not only um, we're not only rocking in different states, um, you know what I mean? Like we're not only rocking in the different states that you know what I mean, where y'all are at, um, in the cozy clubhouse community, but like we're rocking in different, like you know what I mean, we're rocking in different countries around the world. Um, and I'm talking about these people are listening hardcore. Um, yeah, yeah, we rocking in like you know what I mean, like we're rocking in different countries. And I'm talking about how like when I drop and how y'all be like, bet I'm running to Spotify right now. Like, oh, like, oh, that song just came out. Bet I'm running to Spotify right now. They're the same exact way. The same exact way. So saying all that to say to y'all cozy clubhousers, oh God. Um, oh Lord. Yeah, chat. We saying all that to say that if it was between being one of the most popular in the city and being one of the best artists in the WL community, according to y'all, um, like, you know what I mean? According to y'all, based on y'all support, like, you know what I mean? I would take the support from y'all, like, you know what I mean? If given the choice between being one of the most popular in the city and being one of the best artists in the WL community, um, based off of y'all support, I would choose y'all support 100,000 times over. Um, because at the end of the day, with y'all, it's not a what have you done for me lately ass scenario. Um, it's a damn that shit was fire. Um, yeah, it's a this song was great. Can't wait to see, like, you know what I mean? Can't wait to see how you improve the next go around. Like, you know what I mean? Can't wait to see what happens different the next go around. Um, yeah, all of that. Like, you know what I mean? Like I'm seeing in chat right now, like I have y'all support no matter what. That's the difference. That's the biggest difference. So now this is me breaking the fourth wall, internet. For those of y'all here in the city that like want to know why I'm spending so much time in the house streaming on Twitch, this is why. Because they support me no matter what. Not just because, oh, I did that one song at that one club that one time that you liked, and then you forgot about it 6 months later because another hot club song came out. That's the difference. That is the difference. It's a difference. Y'all niggas worrying about being one of the best niggas in the city. I don't care about that anymore. Because it was a point in time where I was one of the hottest niggas in the city and nobody gave a flying fuck. Now my music is actually actively moving in a community that actually shifts and moves and navigates the culture, like you know what I mean, and navigates the culture forward. And you wonder why, like, you know what I mean? And you wonder why when I come out, like, I'm not, like, you know what I mean? I'm not, like, pressed to talk to y'all, or not pressed to, like, be taking a picture with y'all, while everybody and their mama, like, is, like, begging and crying and yammering and clawing to take a picture with you. Like, give a fuck about that. I'm finna take a picture with my niggas from the village, and then I'm finna be out. Give a fuck about none of that shit. Respectfully. Give a fuck about none of that shit. So for all of y'all talking about, like, oh, he not the best member of the village. Yeah. All right. Bet. Yeah, all right. Y'all niggas wouldn't even have known the villages. Anyway, in the words of my little bro D25, fuck y'all niggas that said that shit. Fuck niggas. Signed the best artist in the WL community. And if you don't know about us, learn about us. Idiot. Spending all y'all time on that goddamn TikTok. Standing on big business. You hear me? Spending so much time learning about these, like, you know what I mean? Knowing about all these niggas that's like, knowing about all these niggas that's like, that's hot for right now. But word to Drake, let's see who's still around a decade from now. Big business. The biggest business. Like Drake said, let's see who's still around a decade from now. I'm 10 years in. Some of y'all niggas just started yesterday. It's a difference. It's a huge difference. We are not the same. We never have been the same. We never have been the same. At this point, like, I high key am 10 years in this game, and I done seen so much of the world, and I don't even brag about it because it's like, because it's like, okay, what that mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like I can sit here and easily like name accolades time and time and time again. But what is, like, you know what I mean? What does it mean? What does it mean? Like, you know what I mean? When you drop, when you drop, are people stopping what they're doing to go run to add that to go run and add your single to their Spotify playlist? My community is. When you drop, are there active members of your community making sure that your song gets 1,000+ streams? My community is. When your project drops and you do a bar for bar breakdown of each and every song on your project, is your community tuning in, and then are they going right back after the stream is over to listen to the project with different ears? Shit, my community is. This is the whole thing that I be trying to explain to a lot of y'all in the city. Y'all niggas have fans. I have supporters. Y'all niggas have these motherfuckers that just wanna like y'all niggas have the bitches that wanna fuck you. I have motherfuckers that make sure I ate today. Y'all niggas have hoes. I got a community. Some of y'all niggas have fake shit. Let me stop. We're not gonna talk about the fact that like how I've seen some of y'all niggas at some of these art hops and some of y'all niggas jury fake. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna talk about the fact that how all of y'all spending 60, 70, $80 on a t-shirt and getting no play. I step outside in some black pants and a graphic and an anime graphic tee, killing y'all boys every time. You thought just cause I went cozy that you was gonna flex on Big Brody. On the track, I still could go Broly. Got my crew aligned like shinobis. Learn about the boy. It's a difference over here. We're not gonna flex on y'all too hard. We're not gonna flex on y'all too hard. Every single year, I drop a brand new jutsu, anime nigga, and yet the bar still voodoo. Get fire on these niggas one time. Y'all niggas writing raps. Rewrite. We write music. We are not the same. You know, again, so I guess the best way I could sit here and wrap up this segment of the pod for you haters out there is it's fine. You don't like me now, fine. But when your kids and your nephew and your daughters and their kids and their nephews and your godchildren and their children's children are running around, playing my music, streaming my artist, singing my songs word for word. Tuning into my streams, and then when I'm not streaming, watching the rewinds on YouTube. When the Showstopper TV series drops, because season 3 is coming, you bitches, which is the next point we're gonna get into. But yeah. So when the Showstoppers TV series is on your TV for 6.5 hours straight, because your kids and your wife and your little girlfriends or whomever else thoroughly enjoys my music and my content, it's that thing of where all I can say to y'all haters is it's cool, it's fine, don't like me, but just like Thanos, I'm inevitable, I'm unavoidable, and I am undefeated. You can go run and tell your little circle I said that. That being said, y'all, speaking of the Showstopper TV series, as we digress from talking about those goofies, we gave those goofies 50 plus minutes of our time. Enough of that. Let's get back on business, chat. So the Showstopper TV series, um, for those of you that are watching this on YouTube, that's my series of where I I basically preview snippets of songs. Um, it's like Tiny Desk meets a. It's like Tiny Desk with a backstage, with like a backstage like relaxed vibe. Is the best way I could put that. Because basically what it is that it's me um picking a day out of the week to shoot shots, shoot certain songs that I've been like, you know what I mean, that we've been rehearsing and working on. Um, it might be a song that like is getting ready to drop, or a song that's gonna drop like in the next like coming months, um, and those things, right? Uh, so that's essentially what the Showstopper TV series is about. Um, we do the cool little edits, the transitions. Um, it has the nice little effects on it. Um, and yeah, and that's the Showstopper TV series. Now, season 3 is coming, chat. Um, one thing that I definitely do want to do for season 3 is have guests. Um, now, that'll be up to y'all of who these guests are that y'all want to see. Um, because I'm to the point now where I'm not above reaching out to anybody. Now, if some of y'all want to see, uh, for whatever reason, some of y'all might want to see me and I am Dante do a little thing where we're trading bars for like 3 minutes. We could do that. Um, I'll reach out. I'm not above reaching out. The worst thing that nigga can say to me is no. Um, type shit. And that's the whole thought process with that for me on that. If y'all want to see me and you know what I mean, if y'all want to see me and Jazzy Guns make a track, uh, personally, I would love that. Um, we could do that. Um, and it's not just creators. Um, if you want to see me do a version, like you know what I mean, if you want to see me do a live band version of, you know what I mean, a song that me and one of my C bones, what's going on with you? Welcome in on the kick side. Appreciate you for the love. Um, nah, this isn't my first stream on Kick. We've been streaming on Kick for a minute. Uh, yeah, chat. If y'all want to see, um, you know what I mean, me and like other members of the village and do some stuff for season 3, we can do that. Um, I will remind y'all that we are limiting this to 20 episodes. Um, because I believe that's what I did this year. Um, yes, that's the amount of episodes I did this year. Um, because I shot 10 for season 1, um, and then in season 2, I said we're gonna come back. We're gonna hit them with something fresh and different. And literally for the first episode of season 2, I came in and I hated y'all with I started out snapping, and I was like, nah, this is season 2. We gotta switch it up. And then it transitions, and then you know what I mean, and then the song starts, right? Um, so yeah, just a reminder that you know what I mean. Um, for the sake of time of shooting and like editing and things of that nature, um, you know what I mean. We're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep the Showstopper series to 20 episodes, um, because of the fact that like we still do have streams, right? Um, and there's like you know what I mean, and there's like you know what I mean, and there's tracks that'll be dropping during the year that we gotta react to, and not gotta, but there's you know what I mean. There's songs during the year that you know what I mean we're gonna want to react to, and then like you know what I mean we're gonna do the bar for bar thing, like we did for the Mewtwo project whenever I have a project that drops. So yeah, you know what I mean. Like we have those things in place, um, that will be happening and that will be going on. Uh, so yeah, just yeah. If you guys have any ideas on who you want to see me collab with for season 3, um, shoot the ideas. Um, I'm definitely gonna drop a post on the community tab on the YouTube channel. Um, you know what I mean? I'll definitely be dropping that in the Discord. Um, and, like, hey y'all, season 3, like, you know what I mean, season 3 for the Showstopper TV series is coming. Who y'all want to see me do the collabs with? Um, let the boy know. I'm all about it. Definitely all about it. Um, oh, and also we will be bringing. That's the other thing that I wanted to mention. Uh, the reason why I'm bringing it up, the whole point in the first place. Uh, so we didn't do it a lot for season 2. Like, it just, when the episodes dropped for season 2, I kind of just was like, you know what I mean. If I was streaming, like, you know what I mean. Like, when I was streaming on those days when it dropped, I was just like, hey y'all, the episode dropped. So at the end of the stream, go watch it. Blah 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 blah. Um, what we're actually gonna bring back doing is what we kind of did a little bit with the first season, was we would watch a couple of episodes, um, and I would kind of do like a director's cut breakdown of the video or whatever. We'll be bringing that back for season 3. Um, so for those of y'all that was around when the my toe wasn't broken, but when the when the toe joke was a thing that was running rampant in the chat. um, we'll have more of those kind of stories to tell. Um, because as y'all actively know, I am a super duper entertainer, but I am also S tier clumsy. And the crazy thing is I really like my toe was like actively hurting when I stubbed it, but you know, jokes were made, which is fine. It's fine. It's not like, again, my toe wasn't broken, so like, you know what I mean. So it's fine. Uh, it just hurt extremely, but we were good. Uh, and we went right back to shooting like the next week. It was like, nothing was like, yeah, I know. That's what I did. That's the whole thing. Yeah. Like, we good now. So like, you know what I mean? We straight. Nothing bad. But yeah, we will be bringing back the it's not gonna be like the bar for bars. But it will be like fun fact, this happened right before this shot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, right before we shot this part, this happened, so that's why this is going on in the background. Like, you know what I mean? Type of situation. Um, yeah, that'll be that. So yeah, season 3 of the Showstopper series on the Tubes of You is coming back. Um, have y'all people in mind of who y'all want to see some collabs with. Um, because I'm gonna be reaching out crazy this year. Um, yeah, because I'm gonna be reaching out like crazy this year. Um, as far as that, um, regardless of who they are, unless it's like a Drake or somebody that I know isn't gonna look at my messages. Um, like, you know what I mean? Like, we like, again, like, obviously, like, let's be realistic with our thoughts of who we want to see me collab with. Um, First of all, anyone who says I want my battle and then follows that up with got more bars than Dove soap, not worried about them. Yeah, dead. Lunch meat. That's like almost. That's like. Oh, just a preview. Just a preview of what's to come, huh? That's like. That's such a 2010s hip hop reference. That's like around that same time where people was like, "My flow is so sick, you gotta go to the ER." Like, that's in that realm of flow. Shma, just shma. So anyway, if you guys want to see figures of people who you want to see me collab with, uh, and even if they're like, even if they might be like some up and comers in the YouTube, like, you know what I mean, the YouTube like artist space, right? Um, do that. Reach out. Um, or you know what I mean? Do that. Suggesting people. Um, at least be strawberry. Someone needs a nap. Anywho, um, but yeah, so that's that. Um, yeah. Other than that, like, y'all already know next year, like, you know what I mean. More music coming. Uh, you know what I mean. We got some stuff with the, like, you know what I mean. Um, I did start a band. So you know what I mean. We got some stuff with the band that's coming as well. Um, as soon as we can get everybody's schedule right. Um, and obviously, Cozy Clubhouse Records. Um, we're gonna get to start to working with the artist. Um, I got some artists that I kind of want to have some sit downs with and talk about getting them to join the team. Um, excuse me, and then we'll be talking about you know what I mean. Then we'll be definitely doing some promo uh here on the channel. Um, yeah. So um, as was aforementioned earlier, you know what I mean. Like next year, we coming for y'all neck. Um, not y'all chat, but the rest of the internet. That's kind of just like, oh, like he's cool or whatever, but and all that. Yeah, we coming for them. Yeah, we finna be at their next year. Um, yeah, you. I liked what the don't be jelly thing. You want me to tell you the truth, or you want me to lie to you? Cause oh yes, the don't be jelly thing. So you want me to tell you the truth, or you want me to lie to you? Uh, so anyway, chat. uh, oh man, oh man, what a life! What a life! What a life! What a life! Uh, you better stop before I hit you with this Gojo stare. You won't know how to act no more. You know that light skin stare is unbeatable. The Gojo stare, aka the light skin gaze. You gotta start watching more anime because I these references, these references that I be dropping on stream, S tier. Yeah, that's what you gonna be saying when the light skin gaze hit you in your shondo. Oh, sweet Jesus. It's fine. You spend enough time with me, you'll get it. I mean, y'all see the blanket. Shout out to my wonderful mod, Miss Lady J. She's the best. Yeah, Shan got me the best blanket of the best anime. We don't have to have that discussion today, but Hunter x Hunter is the best anime. You know what I mean? Not only is it my favorite, that's let me stop. I'm gonna make I'm gonna make some One Piece fans mad. What the fuck? How could you ever? One Piece? Are you kidding? Monkey D. Luffy? Are you serious? Like, that's exactly what the One Piece fans gonna be doing, man. They gonna be, what the fuck? Monkey D. Luffy? Are you serious? One Piece? Are you serious? 500 plus episodes? Like, buddy, Hunter x Hunter. Like, just stop. What are we talking about? Gon went from a scrawny ass, little awkward ass kid to a fucking beast. Little bro became a problem. Killua was still that boy, but and Karapika became a dog too. So we don't got to. Anyway, I'm gonna we're gonna get into it, and I'm gonna make somebody mad. I have my reasons of why Hunter x Hunter is the best. Only thing you can say is that, like, you know what I mean. Only argument y'all will have would be like, "Oh, what the fuck? Well, how do you explain Hisoka? Yeah, he was a creep. Okay, he was a fucking creepy ass, clown ass, perv ass nigga. Okay, that he was still a dog. Anywho, all right, chat. It's about that time. 2 hours. Um, yeah, it's about that time. Watching this on YouTube, subscribe, leave a like, drop a comment if you're feeling it. Um, these episodes drop every time I remember to shoot them, um, which we're doing a lot better on the consistency front. So, you know, they'll be dropping more frequently. Um, as was aforementioned, if you want to go check out the Showstopper TV series, um, you know what I mean. You have the rest of this month to catch up with seasons 1 and 2. Uh, what the series is going to look like, what it's going to sound like, what it's going to feel like, what it's going to hit like. D25 do not condone that foolishness. Do not support that foolishness. Unless you're talking about candy bars. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I never heard about this. Oh my god. My chat is getting unhinged. I've held them hostage for 2 hours. It's time to leave. We're getting out of control. Um, leave a like, drop a comment if you feel like it. Um, tune into the Showstopper TV series. Season 1 and 2 is on the YouTube channel right now. Um, you know what I mean? Catch up on the rest of the other two other VODs that we have dropped on the channel. Um, so you can get a little peekity peek and a feel and a vibe for what this channel on Twitch and Kick is all about. Um, You know what I mean? And if you are watching this and you do want to become a part of the Cozy Clubhouse community, join the clubhouse. The Discord link is in the bio. Um, I think it should be. Yeah, it should be. Got more bars than her. Oh God. Oh my goodness. This is awful. Okay. My intro. Not intro. My outro. Chat. My outro. Jesus. Oh my God. What was I saying? Yeah, do the things. Follow me on the social. Follow me on the socials. Kick the D25. I love you for sliding through. Thank you so much. Um, Miss Lady J, you are always. I definitely wasn't. I know I wasn't saying that. Anywho, in follow me on the socials, Twitter and Instagram. No, I'm never calling it X. So stop being in my comments talking about, don't you mean X? Don't you mean X? Don't you mean. No, nigga, Twitter and Instagram at King Jojo underscore 93. Follow me. I definitely follow back. Um, if you want to leave a nice little comment, you can. If you want to be creepy, I will probably block you. Um, if you send unwarranted pictures, I'm definitely blocking you. Um, I had to do that the other day. Freak ass lady. Anyway, join the clubhouse. Join the Cozy Clubhouse if you want to become a member of the Cozy Clubhouse. Um, the Discord link is in the bio. And word to my sister Kiwi on the sticks. Everybody is welcome. Literally, all that we ask is that you hashtag don't be weird, because my Discord mods will block you and ban you expeditiously. Um, and if they don't block and ban you, and I see you, I'm blocking and banning you. So that's that on that. Um, I love each and every one of y'all. Um, you know what I mean? I love each and every one of y'all. Remember that what you're looking for is not outside you. It never has been, and it never fucking will be. Um, and remember this, especially because this is the biggest thing above all. If you don't remember anything else, do remember this. Remember that we are here, we are many, we are dope, and we are different. We are, and we always motherfucking will be Club Bambi, aka the king of the cozy clubhouse, aka the best artist in the WL community. And I said that, and I mean that, and I stand on that. You dork. We out of here. Until next week, and until next time, I'll holla at y'all. All right, chat. I'm gonna send y'all to, who am I gonna send y'all to? Speaking of Catalina, I'm gonna send you guys over to Catalina. She's over there Fortnite it up. We are many. It's almost like that, or somebody being like, "We are Venom." Well, yeah, I'm gonna send y'all over to Catalina. She's over there playing Fortnite. She's shooting shit. Um, show Catalina all the love. Um, yeah, show Catalina all the love. Give her all the hugs and the kisses. Um, if nobody's told, like, you know what I mean, and you know what I mean. When we get in there, tell her that if nobody has told her today, she's amazing, and you know, yeah, just tell her that because sometimes you just got to tell some people that, you know. So do the thing. Peace out, YouTube chat. I love y'all. I'll see y'all over there in Cat the Stream. I'm gonna hang out over there for a little bit, and I'm probably gonna lay it down. I holla.